What is up, guys? It's SnakeMCGaming here, back with another interesting episode of Minecraft. Well, it's not even really Minecraft, we're just inside of Minecraft in case you can't tell. There we go. I have changed my skin. I look like a Star Trek captain now, Mr. Captain SnakeMCGaming, you guys can call me. And today we're inside of Minecraft to do something that's not Minecraft related. But since I'm a Minecraft guy with a Minecraft persona, I decided to do it in my own way. And today we are going to be doing a movie review. Yay! Movie review. So I had to get all dressed up for the occasion and put on my delicious Star Trek garb. You know you like the sexy. Look at me, I look like Captain Kirk, baby. But anyway, so I'm on this map, this really just super awesome looking map that this guy created. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I will put the link to the Planet Minecraft post down in the description. But he created this really badass Star Trek looking starship, not to mention this Utopia Planitia shipyards thing. I mean, look, he's even got a little shuttlecraft. It's so cute. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. What we are here for is to review the new Star Trek movie, Star Trek Into Darkness. Now, this is not going to be one of those, normal reviews. I'm going to go around Minecraft. I'm going to explore this ship whilst talking to you guys and, talking mostly about the movie. So, here we go. The first things first, I'm going to admit, 100%, I am a little bit biased. I am. I 100% freely admit the biasness I have. I am a Star Trek nerd. I love Star Trek. I love everything to do with Star Trek. I hate that piston that's going off all the time. Stop it. Sorry for ruining your build, dude. Anyway, so, as I was saying, I love Star Trek. I love everything to do with Star Trek. If Star Trek wasn't in my life, I don't know what I would do. Nice deflector dish. I don't know what I would do. I would be sad and upset. I'd probably cry every now and again. It would be horrible for me if I could never watch another episode of Star Trek again. Anyway, that being said, onward to the review. I watched Star Trek Into Darkness this past Friday. I went in there with some pretty high expectations. Very high expectations. I loved the first film. I felt like it wasn't what originally Star Trek was, and it wasn't. And it took me a long time to realize, hey, that's fine, that's okay, there's nothing wrong with that, because it's not supposed to be like the original Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be Star Trek for a new generation. That's what it is. It's Star Trek for people that have never seen Star Trek before. It's Star Trek for people that are young. Like I'm sure a lot of my viewers are. That's what it is. That is what the important part to note about these Star Trek movies are. For any old school Star Trek fans who are seeing this and are like, lame, why are you reviewing that lame movie? It's not Trek. Rah. Well, I think I just fired the phasers. Sweet. Anyway, well, that's where you would be wrong. First thing I should note about the very, very first thing I should note about this new Trek, Star Trek Into Darkness. The biggest thing, it far surpasses the first one, in my opinion. It is so much better than the first one, again, in my own opinion. I sat down with high expectations. I knew I had to love this movie. I knew they had a lot of expectations to live up to. And I was going to scrutinize this movie if it wasn't up to par. I was going to rip this movie a whole brand new a-hole. But turns out I didn't have to. Now, the first thing I must point out is that this movie is more Trekkish. I'll go with Trekkish. Is more Trekkish than any other Star Trek movie ever. Not ever. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. It's more Trekkish than the last Star Trek movie, the 2009 Star Trek reboot. It's way more Trek-like. We're going to go to the other lock now. And that is so phenomenally great to me. The fact that it is so much more Trek-like, but it becomes Trek, but it doesn't sacrifice itself, and it doesn't God, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't take away from what J.J. Abrams has set up as the new Star Trek in his world, his Star Trek, his franchise. It doesn't take away from that, and I love that about this movie. It's got plenty, now I will definitely say, it's got plenty of fan service. Plenty of fan service. I mean, there are so many Wrath of Khan, Next Generation, Star Trek world in general, fan service in here. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it is amazing at the same damn time. I mean, from Kirk eating an apple to Spock. There's a moment in the very beginning of the movie where Spock says a line that is directly from one of the movies. I'm not going to say which because it's kind of a spoiler, but it's directly from one of the Star Trek movies. But it's in the beginning, so you know what happened in that movie is not going to actually happen in this movie, and that's great. It was there to please us fans who have seen and watched and loved those movies since we were kids, or grew up after they came out and then became fans of them. This movie has something for everything. Alright, so let's get down to a couple of categories here. And like I said, I'm going in circles. Like I said, I am definitely going off the cuff. This isn't a planned review or anything, so don't be expecting one. This movie in all of its glory is, to me, something spectacular to behold. In my opinion, it's the best movie I've seen this year. And I'm still talking this movie up too much. I am so severely sorry. Okay. Back to what I was going to say. We're gonna go ahead and focus on one aspect of the movie at a time now. First thing I would like to discuss is the feel. When you go into that movie, if you go in there as a Trek fan and you want to feel like you're watching a Star Trek movie, for the most part, that's exactly how you feel. You will feel like you're watching Star Trek. And honestly, I think you will love every single minute of it. If you don't, well, I mean, that's on you. You don't have to, obviously. Because, some people just don't like those movies, and it's whatever. But even if you're not a Star Trek fan, this is a perfect movie for you. This one in the 2009 movie is the perfect movie for you to get introduced into the Star Trek world. Because it's got something for... I'm flying. It's got something for everyone. It's got action. It's got drama. It's got morals, and philosophy. Everything that Star Trek is and isn't is in this movie. And that, I think, is part of its genius. It pulls off what not a lot of reboots can pull off. Maintaining the feel and integrity of the original content without stepping on the original content's toes. Okay, so that's the feel of the movie. You'll be seeing an action-packed movie. It'll have drama. It'll have conflict. It'll have funny. It's definitely funny. It's got plenty of funny moments. The friendship dynamic between Kirk and Spock is just absolutely amazing. I love every single minute of it. It's just hilarity all around to be had, honestly. So yeah, that is essentially the feel of the movie. I'm gonna go inside this nacelle. Is there anything in here? There is. Anyway, but that's just, the general feel of the movie. Funny, action-packed, drama-riddled. Everything you could want in a sci-fi movie, in my opinion. Okay, so now as characters, let's go to the characters. These characters are great. It's like these actors are doing a wonderful job, in my opinion, of course, to sort of take what has been established as the traditional Kirk attitude, and the traditional Spock attitude, and the traditional Uhura attitude, and Scotty, and McCoy, and Bones, and every single other character that's in the Star Trek universe. All of them are represented in this movie. Leonard Nimoy's Spock is in this movie, and not just the cameo that's in it, because surprise, surprise, there's another cameo with Leonard Nimoy in it. Who didn't see that coming? Spoiler alert, also, by the way. I'm going to put that in the title, by the way. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to be spoiled. I'm not going to spoil everything. I'm definitely not spoiling the plot, or the twist in this movie, because that's just, got chills when it happened, I'll tell you that much. Oh god, I just let the lava out. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I'm gonna ruin this dude's map. I'm gonna ruin this dude's map. I mean, it's just ruining it on my end. It doesn't really matter, but sorry, dude. Anyway. All of those original characters are in this movie, and yet the actors have taken them, and they've making them their own. And it's almost like, you don't need the originals anymore. Not to say that the originals aren't great, and that everything they did was bad, because the originals are the originals. I mean, the original Spock, the original Uhura, all of them, they're all phenomenal characters. They were all phenomenal actors back when they were playing these parts. And today, still, they're all still pretty good actors. At least the ones that are still acting. But these guys take, these characters and just sort of, I'm just destroying this map over and over again, and just sort of breathe new life into them, I should say. But they do such a great job of making sure they don't step on the original's toes. And I think that's part of the beauty of these movies, is that they do such a good job of tributing without making it a full, just carbon copy. And that is part of the amazingness of this movie. Okay, let's get on to something a bit more technical. Screenplay, or basically the script and the writing, dialogue, and camera work. Now, as far as camera work, I'm gonna lump CGI in here. The CGI in this movie, phenomenal, absolutely amazing. You couldn't ask for better. But who was surprised by that, right? I mean, no one. The CGI in this movie is absolutely wonderful. It might even be better than the first ones, and that was saying something, because the first ones was absolutely amazing as well. I was just in here. Camera work. J.J. Abrams knows how to make a damn movie. That's for damn sure. He knows how to make a damn movie. I mean, that's just... I mean, if you've seen Super 8, or any other movie that J.J. Abrams has done, you'll know dude can make a damn movie. So, I never had any inclination that he might not be able to, you know what I'm saying? Script and screen. I absolutely loved the script of this movie. The actors delivered it phenomenally. There was, Benedict Cumberbatch's part, his role in the movie, was amazing. He is by far one of my favorite Star Trek villain incarnations ever. He is so damn good at what he does. I have been oh, wow, that's the transporter. Another portal. Is there anything in there? I have to see if there's something inside the nether portal. I doubt it, though. Anyway, he is so amazing what he does. And, I'm a fan of Sherlock, so I watched that show religiously. I mean, it's a wonderful show. So when I heard that Benedict Cumberbatch was going to be in this movie playing the bad guy, I was just floored. And, if you guys want, I will do a quote-unquote spoiler conversation about this movie later on, if you guys want. If you guys want to know, what's the plot twist of the movie and yada, 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 yada. Anyway, but I don't want to, obviously, just tell you right off the bat, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, moving onward. Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job. In most of his scenes, you can't take your eyes off of him. I mean, he delivers his lines flawlessly. Every time. Every line is delivered without fail, 100% flawlessly, and it's amazing, and I love it. But the one big, beautiful thing about this movie, about his performance in general, is I don't feel like he stole the film from anyone. And that's not to say he did a bad job. Don't get me wrong. He did a phenomenal job. But I feel like, unlike, a la Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight Returns, in The Dark Knight, where the Joker was almost the lead of the show just because he was just so damn cool and fun, and his script and his lines were just so damn amazing, and all of that. He stole that movie. I'll be the first to admit that. But Benedict Cumberbatch did not. Benedict Cumberbatch put on a phenomenal performance, but never once stepped on the toes of the other actors. And that is, to me, one of the best things ever. I mean, for an actor to be able to come in and deliver a phenomenal performance, and then not even... And then all the other actors around him do just as good of a job, I mean, that is absolutely spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. How can you not love that? Everybody's performance in this movie was great. Zachary Quinto was great as Spock, as usual. Who's surprised by that, right? He did a great job the first time. Zachary Quinto pulled his part off. Chris Pine pulled his part off. Sean Pegg, hilarious as usual as Scotty. I forget the actor who plays Bones, but he did a great job. His dynamic with Kirk was spot on from the original. His dynamic with Spock was spot on from the original. Everything, the character Uhura, she was spot on from the original. Her relationship with Spock was, not contrived, not forced. It was completely believable. You could look at these two characters and you could see them being a couple, which is probably why Abrams did it in the first place. I mean, it's an absolutely phenomenal film, in my opinion. Now, don't go take my word for it. Go see it yourself. If you're a Star Trek fan, you owe yourself that much to go and watch this film on your own. I didn't get into everything I wanted to get into, but I am rambling on a lot, and it's because this is such an unprofessional review. So let me go ahead and round out this review. The music is great. They have a wonderful, at the end credits, they have a wonderful, let's see what's down at the bottom. They have a wonderful, rendition or reimagining of the original series. What's down here? The original series theme song. You know, they have that reimagining that it's great and phenomenal in that regard. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the music I said, right? Yes. You know, like I said, screenplay is absolutely spectacular. Acting is absolutely spectacular. Visually, it's great. The story, there we go. The story and the plot, wonderful. It is slightly predictable. I will admit that. I'm going to be the first to admit that. It is very predictable. But the thing about that is for me, and I've always noticed this about Star Trek, it's not about how predictable the show or the movie is. Oh my god, there's another ship over here. Holy crap. But anyway, it's not about how predictable the original movie is. Oh my god. I didn't know this was here. I just nerded out a little bit, guys. That is the original Enterprise. I'm gonna go in. Alright, anyway. It's the movie itself is just, it's not about how, well, not the original Enterprise, this is the Enterprise A, this is after its refits. Anyway, it's not about the predictability of the movie. It's not. A lot of people will be like, well, the movie was so predictable, blah, blah, blah. That plot was not that good because it was so predictable. And, okay, I can understand where they're coming from. I really can. But at the same time, Star Trek, to me, has always been predictable. Always. It's never not... What is all this stuff doing in here? It has never not been predictable, ever. You know, this must just be leftover stuff he was using when he was building. Yeah. But it's never not been predictable. The stories in Star Trek, for the most part, are pretty predictable, especially nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you see it happening, and it's, you know, you watch the old episodes and it's like, wow, this plotline is unoriginal, I've seen it before. Chances are, Star Trek was one of the first to do it, so, you know, that could be a possibility. Anyway, so yes, it's a bit predictable, but that's okay, because it's not what it's about. There's the plotline in this movie, a big part of the plotline in this movie is the morality factor. There are moments in this movie where Kirk has to make a decision that, you know, in all seriousness, almost would almost potentially ruin or preserve his relationship with his friends, you know, Spock and Uhura and all of them. I was just here. So, you know, it has that feel of Star Trek that's always been there. You know, that factor of morality and are we doing the right thing? Is revenge or whatnot really the right angle to go on here? Do we really want to risk all of our do we really want to risk our integrity and our beliefs and our structure as a society on petty human emotions, as Spock would say? Anyway, I want to get to the bridge before I end this video. I want to see what it looks like. Bridge. I'm about to have to... Bridge. Anyway, but that's like I was saying, that is what Trek is. It's to teach us how to be a better us. It's the morality factor. It's, can we be better than the sum of our parts? That's what Star Trek's always been. And oh, look, see, I'll read them. And that's what I firmly believe Star Trek's always been about. And that's what this movie has in it. It's got character. It's got heart. It's got drama. It's got comedy. It's got everything that a true Star Trek fan, someone who truly, truly loves Star Trek for what it is. It has that for you. It has everything that you love about Star Trek in it. And then it has stuff for other people. Stuff for things that other fans, new fans, would probably like, maybe more than an older fan. And that's great too, because I think I can speak for every fan in the Star Trek community when I say welcome, newcomers, to the world of Star Trek. Welcome to what hopefully will be one of the greatest ride of your lives. There is literally decades of content related to this movie you've seen and have become a fan of. If you are at all interested in Star Trek and in becoming a bigger, badder, more badass fan of Star Trek, this is the perfect moment for you. This is the perfect movie for you. If you were ever interested in Star Trek but thought maybe it was too nerdy to go watch, this is the movie you need to go see, because it takes the nerd and makes it cooler. I guess you could kind of say. Anyway, like I said, I'm rambling now. So, with that said, quick sum up of how I feel about the movie. As a Trek fan, and I'll go ahead and do it, I'll call myself a Trekkie. As a Trekkie, this movie, honestly, is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. And I don't say that lightly. And I am biased, so you don't have to take my opinion into account 100%, obviously. I love Star Trek. I love the message. I love what it's all about. I love everything about it. I could never stop loving it. And if you guys want to make fun of me, that's fine. If you think it's a flaw of mine, that's fine. That's your opinion. You can have it. But for any of you guys who think it's good that I have a passion, I'm passionate about something, even as small as a television show like Star Trek, then I'm glad you understand where I'm coming from. Alright, anyway, I've gone on way too long, guys. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. As far as a rating system goes, I guess I'll go ahead and rate it. But you guys probably know what it's gonna be. Out of 10, I will rate Star Trek Into Darkness a 10 out of 10. The movie was phenomenal. Everything about it was great, in my opinion. But, don't just take my word for it. Like I was saying, don't just take my word for it. Go watch the movie yourselves. Catch it for yourselves. Enjoy the experiment or the experience of Star Trek Into Darkness for yourself. If you're not a Star Trek fan, go see it anyway, because it's still a great film in general. That being said, guys, this has been this has been my very first movie review. Hopefully, if I do another one, if this is received well, if you guys like it, I will be doing another one on something else. If you guys want, go ahead and post in the comments and give me a suggestion of maybe perhaps what you guys might want to see in the future. That being said, first of all, this place looks amazing at night. Had to say that real quick. Anyway, as I sign off with my Enterprise A garb that I'm wearing, I would just like to say I'm glad for those of you who do watch this channel. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy the support. Go ahead and post in the comments. If you saw the movie, hey, tell me what you think about it. If you liked this review and maybe want to see something come from it again, hey, go ahead and let me know. I'll probably post another one for a different movie. I saw Iron Man 3, so, let me know. But I just felt like I needed to review this movie. I just needed to, I guess. Because it's so close and near and dear to my heart, I just had to. Anyway, like I said, I'm SnakeMCGaming. This has been my very first movie review. I guess you could call it Minecraft movie review, because we're in Minecraft right in front of the Enterprise A. Looks phenomenally beautiful right there. So cool. Anyway, yeah, like I said, guys, go see the movie and check out my next video. Go ahead and click. There's going to be a couple of annotations at the end of this video to other videos on my channel. Just some couple of featured ones I decided you guys should see. There's also a subscribe link in there too, so you can hit the subscribe button. Please take 2 seconds out of your day to leave a like. That'd be sweet. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I said pretty much everything I wanted to say. Rambled on for about 20-30 minutes, so this is definitely gonna be a long one, but stay with me, or bear with it, guys. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. So like I said, this has been SnakeMCGaming, and peace out.